Get into this reading, this chapter. It said the gods of Egypt. Notwithstanding this singularity, he is by no means unmindful of deity. We notice that he has occasion to speak several times of the God in his relation to humanity and human affairs. If we collect these references to the God, we shall find that the following qualities are attributed to him. He rewards diligence and punishes sin. I'm going to stop right there. If you caught the last reading, it was saying that there are many gods in Egypt. I spoke long time ago, before I even started my full readings, that the person that went out and got the fish, that was the god of fishes. That was the god of fishermen. The person that handled the harvest, the crop, the wheat, the barley, the grain. That was the god of what we say farming. Probably was a different name back then. The person that went out and hunted, that was a god. The general of the Kemite army, of the Cushite army, of the Egyptian army was a god. You understand? Isis was a woman that was a queen that understood fertility. She was a goddess. She was a god. You get me? So to better explain to you what a god is, once again, is what you a master of. I've been realized my strength. I've been realized the faith in me. And I understand why I am attracted to that word, God. There's things about me that no other man will understand. No other man has that percentage in strength, percentage in faith, percentage in standing in what I believe in. You can't buy me. And if I'm going to allow you to buy me, I want it all. You're going to give me everything. You're not going to buy me for a penny and talk about me in a room where you got to spend $100 in to get in. You get me? You understand me? He is the giver of good things, dispenses fate and preordains events, loves his creation, observes men's actions, desires them to be fruitful and multiply. Get them? You hear all this. I'm going to back it up for you. You know what I mean? I don't have nothing but time. So I'm going to back it up for you. We shall, if we collect these references to the God, we shall find that the following qualities are attributed to him. He rewards diligence and punishes sin. He is the giver of good things, dispenses fate and preordains events, loves his creation, observes men's actions, desires them to be fruitful and multiply. God. Sound like they really talking about our Creator, right? I know the Creator looked down and see the creation, the beauty in us, the things we have created, the things that we have nurtured, the things that have lasted throughout the beginning of time. And I also know our Creator looks down upon us and wonder, when is this one? When is this culture? When are these people going to see what they are supposed to be? I was taught and I was told, when you're called home to your Creator, your job on earth is done. What you were sent here to do will be done. There's nothing else for you to do. You have no more purpose on this rock. So your soul is called home because you fulfill the destiny that our Creator sent you here for. Wake up. Please wake up. Please. Death is beautiful. Living is beautiful. But to plant a seed, to create a thought, an ideal, a pattern to one's life of success, come on, it don't get no better than that. Your life sometimes is not for you to achieve success. You a pawn, you a castle, you a knight on a chessboard to allow a king or a queen to surpass it all. Let's get back into this. All this is in complete accord with the belief of other religions, including Christianity, regarding the Godhead. Now, I'm going to stop again because I want to get back to, and I'm going to drill this. I'm going to drill this in who's ever viewing mind till they understand it. There was no such thing as Christianity before Christ. You understand me? But it's in this book. It's written in this book. There was no such thing as Christianity. You understand? Before Christ. Get me? So the people that wrote this book, like I said, they go through publishing houses and there's a standard. There's a structure. You feel me? Got me? Once again, there is Jewish influence in the teachings of Peter Hotep, the oldest book in the world. All I ask you to do is use your common sense, right? That's it. Use your common sense that your Creator gave you. You will go through your life finding out a professor that has numerous bachelor degrees. Whatever degrees they have, you will find out if you put them in a situation where they have to use common sense, they're dead. That's that. See, if I put you in a situation where everything you learned in a book, you can't use, you're dead. You could take me, put me in a common sense issue or situation, I'll leave you in the dust. You can put me in a situation where that you need book knowledge. You're not going to leave me in the dust. You're going to see me trailing right behind you, and sometimes last is the best place to be in because you get to see what the other person have to go through to get to the finish line. So what you think I'm going to do to you the next time? Because what? Education be the price for every fight. Let's go and get back in this. And here we touch another pleasing characteristic of this most ancient of books is Catholic spirit and disregard of those mythological and esoteric riddles that most Egyptians work propound to us continually. It will be noticed that the god is not anywhere mentioned by name. Osiris and Horus are alluded to, but only historically in respect of their rule upon earth, not as present powers. The reason is this, that at the time the gods, even the great gods, were only local. That is to say, their worship was confined to certain towns or districts. Even a god got a hold on. So what does that mean? See, let me get my section. Not as present power. The reason is this, that at that time the gods, even the great gods, were only local. That is to say, their worship was confined to certain towns or districts. And beyond the boundaries of these, their names lost that power and influence which they exerted in their peculiar provinces. Okay, this is what I was going to say. In 1992, I studied with the 5%ers. And what I could not grasp hold of is that I'm around 3 educated brothers. I still to this day know and understand that they are my brothers because they taught me right. They fed me knowledge the right way, and only my brother can do that. It doesn't matter we have different mothers, different dads. We come from the same creator. Understand me now? That's my brother. My brother's keeper. You understand? What I couldn't grasp hold of is that those 3 at the time in 1992 believed that they was the all supreme creator. I couldn't grasp hold of anyone understanding that there's nothing else above you. I can't tell you how at that time, how a soul was formed, how we came about on this rock. I know when I listen to I would say the speaker, the head speaker of the 5%ers, it basically came as we was a thought, we was an ideal. You get me? And it wasn't explained that our creator thought of us and made us. It was explained to me the way I processed it. We thought of ourselves. We came up with an idea of ourselves and created ourselves from a molecule, an atom. I can't pinpoint it on the nail how it was said to me. But what I did understand is that we are God's body. I already knew that we was made in the image of God. So that was my connection and say, you know something? Stay with this. These people feeding you right. Stay with them. Anywho, let's get back into this. A book, therefore, which spoke of one God only by name, would have been found much limited as to popularity and use. Hence the old moralists and didactic writers, whatever God they might themselves worship, forbore to mention him, since by many readers he would not be recognized as paramount. They wrote instead, the God that is the God of your allegiance, whomever he may be. Thus, were the reader a native of Heliopolis, his God would be Atum, the setting sun of Memphis, Ptah, the revealer of Hermopolis, Thoth, master of divine words and chief of the eight. It was for this reason that the unknown author of what is called the negative confession makes the deceased say, I have not scorned the God of my town. I'm going to back it up a little bit because it's a footnote. And the footnote saying this is an arbitrary name not existing in the original. It would be better named the Declaration of Innocence. So, what I'm processing, we gave the Creator a name. No one ever knew the Creator's name. We, boom. So that kind of backs a theory of mine that we lost all type of knowledge when we dropped here with Satan. If that's the correct way to understand how life was formed on this rock, then we were stripped of all knowledge, all education that we got from heaven. And we had to rebuild this rock. We had to make a language. We had to make roofs over our head. We had to figure out how to cook fish. We had to figure out how to be civilized in a world where that the animals speak a different language. In a world where that, what does that taste like? Is this edible? And indeed, so simply and purely does Ptah-hotep speak of the God that the modern reader can, without the least degradation of his ideals, consider the author as referring to the deity of monotheism, and if he be the Christendom, read God. If of Islam, read Allah. If of Jewry, Jehovah. Come on now. Come on. Why Islam in here? Islam came after Christ. Why Islam in here? I get Jehovah, you got what I'm saying, but why is it in here? That's before, Islam is after Christ. You got me? Jehovah, after Christ. Why is all this in here? Why? Come on now. I say this to you, and I'm going to stop, because we have one more chapter left, you know what I mean? I'm going to say this to you, We made a mistake with our Creator. And the Europeans built a plan, a mode, how to cultivate a culture. Now, you can cultivate a culture in a positive way, or you can cultivate a culture in a negative way. We have looked for our Creator in every culture but the culture we exist in. So, if we ever expect for the black community, the black culture to uplift themselves, it's time to re-educate yourself without persuasion. It's time for you to pick up a book It's time for you to sit in thought, get your understanding, see where it coincides in the black culture's understanding, and get it going. Please, get it going. We can stand on soapboxes on these corners. We can talk all day till we blue in the face. We can have a dialogue going back and forth trying to figure this. But if we can't agree on one thing, then it's never going to work. And I've been on this fact right here. All you need to do is agree upon one thing. And then you can have a conversation. And then you can reach answers. And then we can see some change. And if we really into change, we're going to seek and we're going to make sure that change become concrete, become a part of the Constitution. Let me get this reading over with. No doubt the gulf fixed between teaching and practice was as great then as now. We have the teaching. We know that the teaching was current all over Egypt in various forms. But of the practice we know very little. Human nature being much the same at all times and places, we must beware of measuring the one by the other, the unknown by the known, and must be content to take such counsels as showing the Egyptian. Now the footnote said, not what he was, but what he should have been. Get him? Ain't that judgment? To me, that's judgment. You know what I mean? You say not what he was, but what he should have been. You're not looking at what the person is right now. You're still basing your facts on what the person was. Anywho, I am the nasty pastor. I do love you. I really do. I hope you love yourself. I really hope you love yourself enough that if you have any kids in your life, not no grown kids, some kids, and I recommend this to anybody that have kids under 5 years old, it's time to slow your life down and dedicate your life to your child. If you look around and you wonder why our kids are out of control, because there was no one that said stop, no, don't. There was no one, no figure, no, what's the right word? No hero, no OG, no one there to put the time in. I'm going to say this to you, right? I got 3 biological kids. I fumbled on the first one. The second one, I ain't going to say I fumbled. You got me? There are some things that young woman learned from me. There are some things that young woman know. It helps her belief. Now that last one, please don't be the fool. Got me? Please don't. Me and his mother shared 9 years apart raising him. Understand? I took the first 9, she took the last 9. Who he is today is a test upon me. Who I am today, he's going to fail the test that I've given him. Anywho, once again, please like, share, subscribe, follow, engage. Let's make this big. Please. It's needed. I'm out.